Actually, I'm really exhausted, and I'm really tired actually. And so what made this situation, or how should I say? So what made this situation to my bodily condition? What made this my bodily condition is drinking booze or drinking so much alcoholic drinks, which makes this not, I don't find this mess, but actually so have drunk so many glasses of alcoholic drinks, and which is why, so actually to start with I'm drunk, and so as I have told you, so drinking so many glasses of dense alcoholic drinks has made this bodily condition of mine. And of course, this is not the main track of this episode, but actually this is a kind of an excuse, but actually this is not an excuse. And I'm sorry for my complicated explanation about this situation of my body. Anyway, so I'm exhausted, and I don't feel like creating content, but actually, so I decided to create content. So I have decided to create an episode of my podcast. And how should I process this one? And this is to start with. And I feel like sleeping. I don't have to sleep, but because so this is a summer vacation, and this is actually telling you the recording time of this episode, and that is the summer in 2023, and so the memorial date of the end of the war, and was the memorial date of the end of the Second World War has passed. Meaning, so it's a later time past the 15th August. Anyway, and by the way, in 1945, the 15th August in 1945, the Second World War of my country had ended. And after which, so this country was not fighting against the United States of America, and which means so two attacks by nuclear bombs had been passed, and because one nuclear attack was done against Hiroshima on the 6th in August in 1945, and the other attack was done against Nagasaki on the 9th in August in 1945. I'm sorry for my slow speaking of English language, and to start with, what I'm speaking is a foreign language, and I speak Japanese as my own mother tongue. And I can speak Japanese. I can speak even Japanese well, which is my speculation, and that is because I'm drunk and I'm exhausted. And anyway, this time, so this is just an excuse. And maybe let me tell you the title and the conclusion, and let me cut to the chase in this episode of my podcast. And wait a moment, please. The title and the conclusion of this episode. The title is How to Make Pictures with Captions, or Erotic Collages in Keynote version. And the conclusion is, I created a content of Medium, and the title of that content is How to Make Pictures with Captions, or Erotic Collages. Those two words are packed into the parentheses, and this is the Keynote version, and meaning, so if you have computers of Windows, maybe you do not use the application Keynote, so you don't have to listen to this episode. But actually, so if you use computers of Macintosh or Mac computer, if you use computers of Mac or Apple, or that's what Apple is the name of the famous company of the United States of America, and I recommend this one. And to start with, if you use Mac or if you use Mac computers, I recommend that you use Keynote, Pages, and the other one is, wait a moment please, Numbers. And they are the names of the applications of creating compositions or graphs or tables, and they are equivalent to PowerPoint, Excel, and Word of Microsoft. And anyway, so numbers corresponds with Excel, and Keynote corresponds with PowerPoint, which means the pages corresponds with Word. And although I have pronounced the plural form of a word, but actually, the word pages is the name of an application of Mac computer, and which is why, so it's fine that I conjugated the word correspond into the form of the word pages, because in this context the word pages is how should I say, I thought how to call that grammatical form anyway, but actually that is not you and I, so the third party or something. No, maybe not, that is not the third party or something. Anyway, wait a moment please, I should investigate. How should I say, which word is suitable, for example, in Japanese language? He, she, it, how to call. Maybe this is suitable for them. And third person pronouns, and pages is a third person pronoun anyway. Not a pronoun, but actually pages is a third person word or something. Personal pronoun, not a personal pronoun, and maybe this is a suitable word. How to call it, for investigating how to call this. How about this is fine, I think. Wait a moment, please. And how about this one? Wait a moment, please. Is there anything? And I ask this one. And maybe it's possible to detect this grammatical person or something. And is there any English word for this? And I try to anyway, so if I digress further from this phase, so I may consume a lot of time. Well, I may consume. I may withdraw. I may use a lot of times of yours. I may use a lot of your precious times. So which is why, so I should cut the. I should start speaking out, or I should start to speak out the actual content of this episode, and which means, so I have digressed for some minutes until this time, and until this moment. And by the way, so this is fine. And how to make pictures with captions, And the beginning is this content is written about how to make pictures with captions for a type of erotic collages. And so in this episode, and I set the setting, or I made a setting in which so the and erotic collages have various types, and one of which is pictures with captions. And I don't frequently create pictures with captions, but actually in the past, or in a former time, not in the past, in a former time, I had created pictures with captions as erotic collages, and I had uploaded them onto my adult blog, and this time, so, and of course, not of course, but occasionally, recently, I create pictures with captions using Keynote, and this time, so I created a content, or I created an article of Medium for describing how to create pictures with captions, or those adult contents using Keynote. And if you are thinking of creating pictures with captions or adult contents in the form of erotic collages, or in the form of pictures with captions, I recommend this writing, or I recommend this article, which is anyway. So the gist of this episode is that I recommend that you use that article, that content describing how to create pictures with captions or erotic collages using Keynote. And if you use PowerPoint, and I think you can, even if you use PowerPoint, or even when you use PowerPoint, or whatever tenses, or whatever hypothetical terms you use. And anyway, so if you use PowerPoint, I think you can understand what to do by reading this one. Of course, so anyway, it's fine to export the pictures which are erotic collages if you create some. That's it. That's really, so how to create is really simple. And is there anything I have to tell you? And there's a phrase of export, and which is a case to using PowerPoint for creating erotic collages or pictures with captions, which is a type of erotic collages in the context of this article, or in the context of this written content. And so actually, and this is a last, how should I say, last moment. This is the ending of this episode. And if you are thinking of creating, or if you are thinking of making money by creating adult content, it's fine. I have created some articles or some contents about how to make money with adult contents, and if you want some, so please check out them, or please check out that article, and I have written that. And if you'd like to know where I have that article, so please take a look at the description column of this episode, and please access that link, and you can get on, or you can access an article titled, wait a moment please, titled "How to Make Pictures with Captions." And please scroll down that written content, which is that of me, which is a content in Medium, and please scroll that content down to the bottom of that content, and you can find that one. You can find out how to make money using adult contents as an embedded link into that article, and that's it. By which you can access that article describing how to make money with adult contents. And it is fun actually. And if you'd like to know how to create adult contents generally, and you can find that at the same place, or in the same place in that entire written content. And this is all the stuff I'd like to tell you this time. And I'm drunk, and I'm tired, but actually, anyway, so there's no use only in saying that I'm tired or I'm exhausted. Wait a moment, please. And the title of this episode is, and by the way, so if you'd like to, yeah, so I mean, so if you have no ability of seeing outside, or I mean, if you are so using a word in the past, and you know that if you are blind, or if you have no ability to perceive, you know, outside views, or outside, or some information you can perceive by not visibility, but actually by the ability of vision. And if you can't see anything if you can't see anything outside the world, or related to outside the world, to the outside world. Yeah, anyway, so whatever you call, and you know, Medium has a function of reading aloud what is written as an article of Medium. So if you have no idea about, you know, what to do, or where to go, so I recommend that, you know, and I don't recommend that, you know. I don't recommend that, you know, going to somewhere, but actually, and if you have no idea about, if you'd like to listen to what is written in that Medium article, so it's fine to, you know, it's fine to play that function of reading aloud what is written on that article. And anyway, so this episode is for advancement in this episode is for advancement, for, you know, for gathering the viewers, and that's it. And maybe I haven't told you the title and the conclusion of this episode. Have I thought whether I have told you the title and the conclusion of this episode? Anyway, it's fine to tell you the title and the conclusion of this episode. And the title is How to Make Pictures with Captions or Erotic Collages. And this is the Keynote version. And the conclusion is I created the content of Medium, and the title of that content is How to Make Pictures with Captions or Erotic Collages, Keynote version. So that's it. Thank you very much for everything. See you.